Miracles do sometimes happen.
They go there, and it's broken up. It's called a catch and fumble, and returned by Howard. In and out of the hands of Sammy Watkins, and Howard is in for the touchdown. The red zone for the Ravens. Jackson Phillips has caught Andrews. Well, they then are only half a game back, and they're in last place right now. End zone picked off. Back at the 6 now at the end of this. Had to have reported as eligible, and then look at that. He's across. Run.
And what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the NFL. We got the Week 10 Thursday football recap. Big upset. Ravens fall to the Dolphins 22-10. Dolphins go to 3-7. Of course, they've had a rough year. They have not played good. Their defense was elite, though. The Ravens, I don't really know what to say. Their offense was bad. Lamar was bad. Everyone was bad. Their defense wasn't terrible. They weren't good. They fall to 6-3. Good chance they won't be first in the NFC North anymore. Let me just put it as blunt as I possibly can. Either way, for the Ravens offense, they were pretty awful. Lamar, he was very inconsistent, 26-43, 238 yards, touchdown pick. He was definitely throwing the ball a lot better, more than I expected him to throw it, to say the least. And yeah, he wasn't great. He ran the ball a couple times. They really contained him well. They did not let him run the ball. And I'm not kidding, Landon Roberts and Jerome Baker, that's the best linebacker play I've seen from any NFL team this season, and I don't even think it's really that close. Landon Roberts and Jerome Baker were communicating better than I've ever seen, really. Landon he's really good at stopping that physical runs up the middle. He did that. Jerome Baker made sure Lamar never could run the ball. It was like, if he ran the ball, it was going to be for like 5 yards, which is exactly what happened. Devin Duvernay had a run on one of the first plays of the game. Le'Veon, they gave him 3 carries. He should have got a lot more, but he got a yard. He got stuffed twice on the goal line. Rashad Bateman, you look at his stats, he was actually not that bad for the first half. He was actually doing a pretty good first half. He's not a physical receiver. That's what I'll put it this way. He struggles when it's press. He really struggles when it's press. A lot of teams put a lot of press on him, and especially in the red zone. He's not a physical receiver. That's why that interception happened. He needed to bat that ball away. I don't care if it's PI or whatever the heck it was. He just isn't a physical receiver. If you ask me, Lamar should just toss the thing away. The game was over anyway, but still. Mark Andrews got him in. He had a pretty good game. 6 for 63 touchdown. Hollywood, he can't get open underneath. He dropped the ball, and over the top, they weren't giving him it. Devin Duvernay, like I expected, he wasn't great. Josh Oliver, he was just blocking, and I'll put it that way. So their offense gets a minus. They were pretty bad. They just couldn't really move the ball. It was a lot of sacks. They gave up 5. I think it was 6. A lot of sacks given up. They weren't great. But the Ravens' defense, though, stopped the run, forced turnovers, and pressure the QB. Tua was phenomenal, if you ask me. His footwork was out of this world. They did have 3 sacks, all on Jacoby Brissett. They didn't have an interception, though. They played good defense, just not great. I'll give them an underscore, though. They played okay, so I'll give them that. But then the Dolphins' offense, they weren't amazing. Tua was awesome, though. 8 of 13, 158 yards. He out-threw Jacoby Brissett. Jacoby Brissett, no offense, he's a decent quarterback. He'd be a bot. He's one of your, if you had him to start, he'd be like a bottom 5 starter, which isn't an insult. He's the best backup in the NFL. He's a good quarterback. He's not very efficient. I like Jacoby Brissett starting. He's a little boring, but Tua, he gave him the spark. He looked like Ryan Fitzpatrick. Huge plays. Man, if he plays like this every game, he's going to be a superstar. Because we've seen that from him now. He can be a really good quarterback. They did not run the ball well, that's all I'll say. Tua ran for a touchdown without even running for a yard. A couple of those were sacks. taking just no gains, but that's just funny. Look, this is the funniest stat line ever. 3 carries, 0 yards, and a touchdown. That's just insane. Albert Wilson, he had that one big play. Isaiah Ford had some big catches. Jalen Waddle, honestly, that was a great catch by him. Tua, the throw wasn't amazing. It was a good throw. It wasn't a great throw. But Jalen Waddle had a really good game. On that, I'll give their offense a plus. You know what? Yeah. They couldn't run the ball, but they did score enough points. Tua was awesome. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Their defense was elite, though. I said in the preview, this defense will play out of their mind if they want to win this game. They had 1, 2, 3, 4. They had 5. Yeah, they had 5 sacks, whatever. Justin Coleman, of course, had that game-ending pick, which was kind of already over. Javon Holland was awesome. The whole defense was really good. Byron Jones, man, if you put him in zone, he can be lethal. Xavier Howard, he had a touchdown, of course, but this season, I wouldn't say he's been bad. Like, I'll literally show you his PFF right now. I'll literally show you and Byron Jones PFF. Yeah, it's 61. So, here's why it's 61. I'll tell you in a second. Then I'll look at Byron Jones. So, here's the thing about them. Byron Jones not being used right. Pretty simple. He was playing man, not a good man corner. Xavier Howard, he was playing zone, not really good at reading the quarterback. Another thing, they flip-flopped him. They were amazing. Xavier Howard, like I said, he has a 61.9 PFF. Pretty horrible. Here's why. Couple things. One, has he been in the same corner he was last year? Absolutely not. Has he done anything? No. Has he gotten burnt? Not really. There's a couple things. He wasn't very good in zone. I wouldn't say he's been bad by any means. 61.9 PFF is not great. But it's just, if you watch his film, it's not the same. He's not bad by any means. It's just he hasn't done anything where I'm like, yeah, I give him like an average one. Byron Jones, he's been pretty bad in man coverage, but they put him in zone. He was awesome. He's had some huge tackles, knocked a couple balls down. Justin Coleman, slot corner, he's been okay. I'm not kidding. Where is he? Where's Jalen Phillips? Alright, isn't he a backup? Never mind. Yeah, Jalen Phillips finally had a decent game. Half a sack, yeah, you might not think that's that good, but he was getting pressure off the edge. I was happy how they played. But everyone was getting involved. I really like how their defense played. They were elite. I said they had to play off their minds and they wanted to win. They did. Under 200 passers. They didn't do that. Stop the run. They did. Great defensive game for the Dolphins. Good for you. Yeah, it probably would have been 13 points, but either way, like, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed, guys. Dolphins defense played elite. If they play like this every week, they're going to win every game. Either like and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed. Dolphins defense is elite. I'm joking, but either way, like and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed. Let's get ready for the week. Let's get ready for week 10. Of course, college football tomorrow. Either way, hope you enjoy the week. Have a good weekend. Of course, we get the week 10 recap coming up.